We gave AI a genius brain, then forgot to give it hands. Ask a chatbot to explain quantum physics? Easy. Ask it to actually check your real calendar, read the file on your desktop, or send that email? It usually can't. It's like hiring the smartest person alive, locking them in an empty room with no phone and no door, then wondering why nothing got done. By the end of this, you'll get the one invention that hands that genius the keys. It's called MCP. But first, the mess it fixed. Picture that genius in the room. To make them useful, we drill holes and run cables out. One to your email, one to your calendar, one to Slack, one to GitHub. Every tool needs its own custom cable, hand-built by someone who knows that exact tool. Now multiply it. It's not one AI, it's every AI. And not one tool, it's thousands. So every AI builds a custom cable to every tool, from scratch, over and over. 10 AIs and 1,000 tools? 10,000 fragile wires. Most never get built. Nobody has time. So the genius just sits there. That's the world before MCP. Keep that picture, because the fix is almost insultingly simple. What if every tool had the same plug? You already live this. It's USB-C. One port for your laptop, phone, headphones, monitor. You don't build a custom cable per device. You plug in and it works because everyone agreed on one shape. MCP is USB-C for AI, a single, standard way for any AI to plug into any tool. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. Don't let protocol scare you. It just means an agreed way to talk, a handshake everyone uses. It's an open standard Anthropic released and gave away for anyone to use. How it works. On one side, the AI app, the laptop that wants to do things. On the other, little programs called servers, the devices you plug in. One server speaks Google Drive, one speaks GitHub, one speaks your calendar. The AI doesn't learn each tool's secret language anymore. It speaks MCP, the server speaks MCP, and they understand each other instantly. Here's where most people get it wrong. They picture an app store, a pile of plugins to download. That's not it. MCP isn't a thing you install. It's a language everyone agreed to speak. An app store is a collection. A shared language is a network. And that changes the math. Remember the nightmare? 10,000 custom cables? With MCP, a tool builder writes one server once. Now every AI that speaks MCP can use it instantly. The wires collapse into a handful of clean plugs. That's the jump from a pile of extension cords to an actual power grid. And that's the payoff. Once the genius has a universal plug, the room isn't a prison. The AI can open your file and summarize it, find the gap in your calendar, read your open tickets and draft replies. Not by guessing, but by actually doing it, through plugs anyone can build. People have already built servers for GitHub, Slack, even their smart home lights. And because it's open, nobody owns the grid. That's the quiet revolution. MCP didn't make AI smarter. The brain was already brilliant. It gave that brain standard hands and a world that's finally plug-shaped enough to use them. So next time you hear AI agents thrown around like magic, you'll know the truth underneath. An agent is just the genius in the room, except now the walls are covered in USB-C ports. The intelligence was never missing. The plug was. If that made MCP click, the next one is where it gets fun. I'll walk you through building your first MCP server, start to finish, in about 10 minutes. See you there.